Hey, everyone. Just imagine. Google claims that their new quantum chip Willow has peeked into parallel universes. Sounds like a plot from a sci-fi story, right? But this isn't fiction. It's reality. The Willow chip revolutionizes computing by solving problems that even the most powerful computers couldn't solve in billions of years. In just a few minutes, this is a true miracle of technology that could change everything we know about machine learning and artificial intelligence. In this video, I'll explain how this chip is opening doors to the future and why it's really cool. My name is Willow, and this is the quantum processor created by the Google quantum team. Test results show that he is able to solve the problem in less than 5 minutes. Meanwhile, it would take a modern supercomputer about 10 septillion years to complete the same task. For comparison, the age of the universe is estimated to be around 13 billion years, and the age of the solar system is about 4.5 billion years. Quantum error correction is a method of preserving data by distributing information across multiple qubits. Several physical qubits are used to represent one logical qubit. The main challenge is that computational errors pose a serious problem for quantum computers. Qubits are the units of computation in quantum systems. They're prone to rapid information exchange and data loss. Usually, increasing the number of qubits leads to more errors, which can cause the quantum system to degrade to a classical one. However, in the case of Willow, the opposite trend is observed. The researchers found that using more qubits resulted in fewer errors, and the reduction was exponential. This problem has remained unsolved for the past 30 years, since the introduction of the Q80 concept by Peter Shor in 1995. This approach significantly enhances the performance of the entire system, including a substantial increase in the lifespan of qubits in the low G. Compared to previous models, it's about 5 times better. The Willow G processor has 105 qubits, which is relatively small compared to previous quantum computers. This power is impressive. At Google, they note that they could increase the number of qubits, but right now they're focused on improving quality rather than quantity. The company intends to continue improving its quantum technologies. Google's first quantum computer was unveiled back in 2019. And now, after such a significant announcement, the company expects that the development of quantum computing will happen at an exponentially doubled rate. The quantum future is here. Qubits, which are the fundamental elements of quantum computers, are extremely sensitive to any external influences. Even minor factors such as thermal fluctuations, noise, or vibration can disrupt their condition and cause errors. The more qubits involved in the system, the higher the likelihood of accumulating errors, which makes computations unreliable. To ensure the stable operation of a quantum computer, it's necessary to keep the error rate below a certain threshold. This threshold keeps the system stable with qubits, in which the system remains stable and capable of scaling, while maintaining functionality as the number of qubits increases. Google researchers achieved this result using a quantum error correction method. The essence of the method lies in using multiple physical qubits to form a single logical qubit. A logical qubit not only stores information but is also capable of automatically correcting any errors that arise, making it much more reliable compared to traditional methods. To test, they used a 3x3 grid, then 5x5 and 7x7 grids. Results were impressive. They started with a 3x3 grid. New algorithms were applied, yielding astonishing results. More qubits didn't increase errors. New error correction algorithms yielded astonishing results. More qubits did not increase errors. Errors halved each step. More qubits did not increase errors. Errors halved, first in 30 years. On the contrary, their number actually halved at each step. Thus, for the first time in the 30-year history of quantum computer development, the engineers were able to demonstrate that increasing the number of qubits does not lead to a decrease in the stability of the system. On the contrary, the more qubits there are in, the more powerful the computer, the fewer errors it makes. The result is mind-blowing. A task that would take 10 septillion years, far longer than the universe's age, Willow solved it in 5 minutes. It exceeds the age of the universe by about 700 trillion years. Once, Willow solved it in just 5 minutes. How does a quantum computer work? Quantum computers are based on the principles of quantum mechanics and offer a fundamentally different approach to computing compared to classical computers. Instead of traditional bits that can be either 0 or 1, quantum computers use qubits that can be in both states simultaneously. This phenomenon is called superposition and allows the computer to process many possible solutions to a problem in parallel, which significantly speeds up computations. It's important to note that a qubit doesn't take on a specific value and represents the probability that it will be in a state 0 or 1. In addition, a qubit can take on any intermediate values between these two extreme states. Let's consider a simple example. The scientist flips a coin. While it is spinning in the air, it has a certain probability of being either heads or tails. A qubit remains uncertain till it's measured. Qubits also have quantum entanglement. 2 qubits become linked. Another unique property of qubits is quantum entanglement. In this state, 2 qubits are linked to each other. So, changing the state of one immediately affects the state of the other, regardless of the distance between them. This allows for instant transmission of information. The history of quantum computing. Quantum computing started in 1980s by Richard. In the 1980s, thanks to physicist Richard Feynman. Later, in 1994, Peter Shor developed a quantum algorithm. This allows for the efficient factorization of large numbers into prime factors, which opened up potential applications for quantum computers in cryptography. After that, various companies and research institutions, like IBM, Google, as well as Chinese and Russian universities, started actively developing practical quantum computers. In 2019, Google announced that it had achieved quantum supremacy with its Sycamore processor, which solved the problem in 200 seconds, while a classical supercomputer would take thousands of years to do the same. Willow became the next step in the development of quantum technologies, showcasing significant improvements in performance and error correction. Quantum computers can process many states at once, not sequentially, giving them an edge in solving certain problems quickly, instead of sequentially. It gives them a significant advantage in the speed of solving certain tasks, compared to classical computers. For example, they can efficiently decrypt messages or crack passwords, which classical supercomputers have to do by trying options one by one. That's why bank cards have an expiration date of 5 to 10 years. It is believed that with current technology, it will take attackers about this long to hack the data. Modern protection methods help to extend this period. But banks still recommend regularly updating your cards. A quantum computer can check all possible values almost instantly, which opens up new horizons in fields that require significant computational resources, such as cryptography, optimization, artificial intelligence, bioengineering, and modeling complex systems. Limitations and challenges. Despite the huge potential and active research into quantum computers, they continue to face technical challenges. One of the main issues is decoherence, the loss of coherence and connectivity of qubits. Qubits are extremely unstable and susceptible to external factors, which leads to the loss of information. Let's imagine a situation with a coin or Schrödinger's cat. While the coin is in the air or the cat is in the closed box, their state corresponds to a superposition. But as soon as the coin lands or the box is opened, the magic disappears. We see a specific outcome. The same thing happens with the quantum computer. It loses its special state and turns into a regular one, and a faulty one at that. In quantum computing, complex mechanisms are needed to detect and correct errors. Otherwise, the results won't be reliable. The uniqueness of the Willow chip lies in its ability to effectively correct errors in real time. This increases the reliability of computations. To achieve this result, Google engineers combined physical qubits into logical blocks. A logical qubit processes the information coming from individual qubits and corrects it. This is similar to how a person perceives words while reading. If we read it letter by letter, any mistake could distort the meaning of the text. But we perceive words as a whole, and an error in one letter doesn't stop us from understanding the overall content. It's noteworthy that Google has achieved something for the first time since the 90s. As the size of the quantum computer increases, it becomes more stable. Engineers tested chips with various grid sizes, and each time the results kept getting better. Engineers tested chips with different grid sizes, and each time the results kept getting better. The Willow chip has 105 qubits, making it one of few devices worldwide crossing 100 qubits that have crossed the 100 qubit threshold. Analogs of Willow. IBM is one of the pioneers in the field of quantum technologies. In 2021, the company introduced the Tangle quantum processor, which contains 127 qubits. This made Tangle the first processor to cross the 100-qubit barrier, solidifying IBM's position in the quantum race. In 2022, IBM unveiled a new generation of quantum processors called Osprey. This experimental model boasts an impressive number of qubits, 433, which makes it the leader in qubit count at the moment. However, chip performance data is unavailable. It appears IBM adopted a different architecture than Google to the general public. From the available information, it appears that IBM used a different architectural concept than Google. In Osprey, qubits interact with 2 to 3 neighbors. In Willow, qubits connect to 4 neighbors, better combating errors. Most qubits are connected to 4 neighbors, which helps in more effectively combating errors. Intel also plays an important role in the development of quantum technologies. In 2018, the company released a 49-qubit quantum processor, Tangle Lake. Although Tangle Lake falls short in qubit count and performance compared to newer devices, it's primarily designed for research purposes in quantum computing. China is also actively developing quantum technologies. In December 2024, Chinese scientists announced the creation of a 105-qubit processor, Suchongzi 3.0, which claims to compete with Google's Willow. However, there are currently no details about the architecture of this device. Russian scientists have also made an important leap forward, announcing in December of that same year the creation of a quantum computer with 50 qubits. This allowed Russia to join the list of 6 countries that have such devices. In addition to the USA, China, and Russia, this list includes France, Japan, and Canada. What will the use of Willow and other quantum computers lead to? The introduction of quantum computers like Willow has the potential to change the world in many areas. In cryptography, quantum computers can help create a quantum internet with complete communication security. In molecular modeling, quantum computing speeds up the development of new drugs and materials by allowing for more accurate modeling of molecules and chemical reactions. In optimization, quantum algorithms improve problem-solving in logistics, finance, and management. They enhance the efficiency of resource allocation and the accuracy of economic forecasts. Quantum technologies are driving the development of artificial intelligence by speeding up data processing and training neural networks. In financial services, quantum computers help improve risk and asset management. In climate modeling, quantum supercomputers tackle extremely complex tasks, like simulating the climate and processing massive amounts of data. Despite these successes, quantum computers are still in the early stages of development. For widespread adoption, a lot of technical and theoretical issues need to be addressed, like ensuring system stability and improving error correction. Hartmut Nevin, one of the founders of Google Quantum AI, emphasized the connection between quantum computing and artificial intelligence. According to him, quantum algorithms offer key advantages in scalability and data processing speed, which is critically important for the development of artificial intelligence. For example, quantum systems can generate training data that can't be obtained using regular computers. In the future, quantum computers could become the foundation for creating more accurate models of artificial intelligence, opening new horizons in medicine, energy, and climatology. In 2019, Google's quantum processor called Sycamore solved a complex math problem in 3 minutes, while a supercomputer would have needed about 10,000 years. Will this remain an achievement purely to demonstrate computing capabilities? Or it will lead to the creation of new materials and medicines? Time will tell. Google's Willow quantum chip is an important milestone in the evolution of quantum computing, but there's still a lot of work ahead. Researchers and developers face the challenge of overcoming technical hurdles, the integration of quantum technologies into real applications, and preparing society for it, to a new digital era. And now, friends, I want to make you an interesting offer. You have a unique opportunity to become part of our team. If you have video editing skills, you can voice over videos in Russian, English, and other languages, or write interesting scripts. We would be happy to work with you. Message our Telegram bot. The link is in the description. And that's all for today. Goodbye all.